right, we're live. What's up, guys? Happy Tuesday. We have a Tuesday morning stream. This is the new morning stream. How strange. We'll see if we can build up a following in the morning time. Oh, this is about to die. Hold on, let me plug this iPhone or this iPad in. Ugh. So I guess the battery just runs out even if I'm not running it. That's so weird. All right, so that is back up. BGS, let's see, we're going to say pricing up the new BGS slabs, working hard to support daycare centers. All right, there we go. We're going to hit save. And let me check some prices real fast. So 2 prices should have gone up. Black Bolt and Prismatic are up. I haven't really checked the rest of them, to tell you the truth. It says we're sold out of Paldean Evolved and Paldean Fates. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Why didn't I notice that before? Yeah, Pokemon prices have been rising. All right, let's see. Slowly but surely. I'm going to close this. I'm going to close this. Let's grab a link to our store. What an interesting morning. You're streaming. I'm stranded on the side of the road in my Type R waiting for a tow because my tire went poop. Click that real fast. Damn, dude. That sucks. There we are. Okay, we're going to hit pin. Click. Yes, this is the new morning stream. Woohoo! It replaces the nighttime stream, sort of. All right. We had DoorDash last night. That's because we got Indian food. Okay. We'll delete all of this. Very nice. Okay. All right, perfect. So I believe the menu's up. Let me pause this. The menu is up. Let's go ahead and share it to Discord. All right. Just over here getting tons of sleep now, guys. Tons of easy sleep. At here, we're live for morning. Wait, I should say Tuesday morning. Tuesday morning. Okay. We'll hit ping on that. And then we'll also alert the second Discord server, where I'm not so sure if people even hang out here anymore. Okay, perfect. We got an email from Mr. Tahua. She did a deep dive and did not find it. Let's see. All right, we're gonna hit send. Let's close this. We're just getting all ready. We'll leave these open. Perfect. All right, so it's Tuesday morning. We're gonna have a nice 2-hour stream. It can run 3 hours if we're getting plenty of orders, but it's gonna run a minimum 2 hours. We'll close up some of these websites. We don't need them all open. Oh yeah, I got an important thing to do over here. Ugh. There's always like, it's never as simple as just selling cards. There's always like these little extra jobs that need to be done. So one of my main suppliers says I have a package and it's stuck in customs and I have to call customs. How annoying. Let's refresh the website. I know something we have to do. We got to head over to the website. So when there is a change to a product, it has to change in both places. So Prismatic went up slightly. Okay. All right. That's because I went to go buy more Prismatic and I couldn't. It was all more expensive. So Prismatic has jumped, and so did Black Bolt. Black Bolt is up. But, you know, they might reprint it. They might print some, you know, new premium sets or something like that, and that can push the price down pretty quickly. So we'll keep an eye on that, of course. All right, there we go. So Black Bolt and Prismatic have changed over time. I was going for a restock on them today. All right. Big money at the lake. Deals and developments. What? There's a new news article on my iPad. Let's click on that. Let's see. A business called Summer USA sold. Investors are trying for a second casino. Bass Pro Shop is now buying a piece of land at the lake to open up a Bass Pro Shop. Let's see. $4 million has been sent to improve the Camdenton Highway. That's the road work. Oh. That's interesting. Lake of the Ozarks getting a Chick-fil-A. There's an India casino getting opened and a new outlet mall. Wow. Interesting. All right. So, but that's not what we're interested in here. We're interested in setting this up. Lake of the Ozarks, man. We go out on Lake of the Ozarks now to sort of like the main areas, and there's traffic. There has not been traffic here before. You just kind of go around and go wherever you wanted. Now you go and you got to sit in traffic. It's very strange. In the wintertime, in the summertime, yes, that made a lot of sense, but not in the wintertime. We're popping out the chat. Let's see what you guys are saying. So, let's see. Let's see. I got a whole bunch of messages. How long are you streaming for, says Troy? Probably about 2 hours. No more nighttime stream, says Matt? No more nighttime stream, Matt. For now. Maybe one day it'll change again. You never know. At least I can chat with y'all this morning. Makes things way better. Nice. Where the Magmar's at, says Marco. You know, Marco, there is actually a Magmar up here, but he got a 9, sadly. Here he is. So I graded this Magmar. Oh, look at the screen. It's all red. It's because of that Psyduck in the background, isn't it? Is it that Psyduck? Come on. Ah, there it goes. I don't know what caused that initially. They would check. Oh, it's doing it again. All right, whatever. So this is a Shinji Kanda Magmar, and I sent it out to grade, but it got a 9. Sad. All right. So it's this and the 6 p.m. stream. That's right. So there's 2 streams, a morning stream and a daytime stream. The nighttime stream is coming to an end. Good time of day. I'm confused since when do we stream now? Well, when we made the change to stop doing nighttime streams, pretty phenomenal, not phenomenal, pretty large change for this YouTube channel. We've been running nighttime streams for 6 years. They're more like overnight streams, aren't they? And I've decided to reverse my sleep schedule, and so now this is normal time for me. So no more staying up all night. Hope you're doing well, bro. I'm doing very well. Mister, will this stream go past 1 p.m.? It could. If we're getting a lot of orders, I can keep this daytime stream running for a long time. Here's my new Psyduck. Did you guys catch this? Oh, yeah. Let's take that off the table for a minute. What is causing this to be so red? Something is causing the screen to be all red. There it goes. Look. Now it's a normal color. I hate that, dude. I hate that. That's so annoying. All right. Hope you've been well, bro. Can you check Discord? I did. I saw that you mentioned that you wanted me to buy a slab for you, and then you buy it for me with a little extra on top. That's a very common request. I generally don't do that. So it's sort of like a money loan, effectively, right? So, I mean, in theory, we could probably work something out where we do something like that. It's just a theory, but yeah, there's a reason why I don't normally do it. Should I put this over here? Hey, what's up, Yellen? So early stream. What's up, Mr. Yellen? Where do I go if I have any questions? Hello, Hoyasus. Well, you can ask me right now if you got a question. I'm here live, so you can ask away. But if you need to email me, email right here, TheCardconomist@gmail.com. TheCardconomist@gmail.com. Okay. I think Mr. is doing morning streams to return to a more normal sleep schedule, healthier for him, and I approve. Well, that's exactly right. So, you know, it's been 6 years of overnight streams. It's been 6 years of bad sleep, and Carrot sleeps alone, and we just have terrible weekends. It's been a really crazy. I don't know if you guys have really thought about this, but I've been on a pretty insane grind for 6 completed years. This is year 7, of course, and for the 6 years, We worked 7 days a week. That's 7 days a week for 6 full years. And I did overnight streams every night. So that's a tough shift. And for much of the 6 years, I did 2 streams a day per day, 1 daytime stream and then 1 overnight stream. It was really intense. Now I'm slowing down. Now I'm just going to do something a little more comfortable that makes a little more sense. We're still going to get a lot of stream time, and it's just going to be a little bit different. And we're probably going to lose a couple people that can only do overnight, but I don't think that's too many people, you know, because if you can make the overnight stream, I bet a lot of those people can actually make the morning stream. Okay, and if you can't make the morning stream, I bet a lot of them can actually make the daytime stream if it has to be even around like 7 p.m. or something, which is just around the time we finish. So I'm hoping people just migrate, you know, over to whatever's comfortable for them. All right, excuse me. I should talk about what's going on today. So far, well, we got to help Mr. Tai Hua, first of all. Tai Hua, he sent in for a Parasect. He's going to get a refund on that for a moment. He ain't reading no chat. What? I'm reading chat. All right, here's this. Let's see. Come on, man. There we go. Sales volume is slowing down. That makes a lot of sense because I'm not streaming as much. You know, we went from streaming 6 hours a day to streaming about 3 hours a day for the last little over a week now. And let's begin by searching Mr. Tai Hua. Boop. All right. There he is. Mimic you. Ah, here it is. The BGS 5 Parasect was $30. Let's grab that. Okay. Tai Hua. 30. All right. I take a quick picture of this for him so he knows he has it. I got to work hard, guys. There's a lot of Minnesota daycare centers that rely on us. I don't want to let them down. Let's see. I think I have to migrate over here. Aha, here it is. And now let me take a picture of this. Camera. Click. All right, good. So I'm just going to send that real fast. Okay, and that's sent. Perfect. So now he knows he has $30. And a couple guys had some money. We had Kevin Maldonado, we had Brandon Warder, Tammy Lowe's got a bunch of money, Omar Batui has $1.50 left over. We have a whole bunch of really nice BGS slabs, and you'll probably be wanting to take a look at them to decide if you'd like a shot at them. So overnight, I was thinking a lot about this card, and I didn't really realize it till now, but I kind of like this card. I think this might be a fantastic investment. It's a Chinese Gengar, and it's probably just extremely good to hold. I could see the price of it going up in both the PSA 10 and a Beckett 10. It's nothing wrong with a card like this. So I might officially be holding on to this Gengar. He's such a nice card. I've got a couple of the Japanese versions of him. I don't have a couple of the Chinese versions, so I might just keep one of the Chinese versions for myself. Great card. Sometimes people are scared to collect modern. That's one of the things I found is that people are scared to collect modern. You shouldn't be scared of it, you know, because like think of Sword and Shield from a couple years ago, 2021. You know, that was modern once, and people thought that, you know, it was going to suck, and overall it did well. I swear to God, it still looks kind of red on the screen. All right. So I'm going to keep this one to myself for a little while. I like this card a lot. We were offering it for about 1,000. We'll pop it over here. Okay, we got a nice Gengar. Lovely. Some other cool cards we got that some of you guys might be interested. I noticed we have 9 likes. Smash that like button, guys. Very important. I'm always going to notice that. Here's Pikachu. We are. Let's see. Oops. All right. Let's grab some sleeves. Oops. Oh, I'm sorry. I needed to hit refresh on the chat. The chat wasn't loading up. Okay, let's see. Pokemahi, if you really want to your parents, then you have to give me Mega Evolution Booster Box and you have to open it right now. What? I just would like to know if my bag is still available. I can't remember the last time I put an order, and I'm afraid I lost my bag, says Mr. Hoyasis. For sure, man. What's the name of the bag? I gotta know what name to look up. And I'll go look the bag up, okay? Here's the deal. If it's a year over, it's probably gone, okay? If it's a year over, it's likely gone. Now, if it has an expensive card in it, I probably kept it for you. But if it was just kind of like cheap cards, maybe like 20 bucks or something like that, it's gone. So weird. The camera is not that good. Maybe it's because I have the sun coming through the window, and the sun has a nice bright blue color to it, the sky and all that. And then I look at the table, and the table's more of a red color. If you really want your parents... What is Pokemahi saying? There we go. Let's see. Send a PayPal order, says Layla. All right, Mister, it's bedtime for me. I'll see you maybe in the morning stream. Sounds good, man. Okay, there we go. We got these McDonald's Pikachus, $45, 9.5. We already sold 2 of these. Have already sold. I got 2 more here. Those would be pretty popular. We could easily pop those into the Poke Shuffle. I also have Slabs. I sent out to PSA. Alex Suarez. I'm not going to lie. I don't recognize that name very quickly. So let's try this out. How old is this, would you say, Mr. Alex? How old would you say? Alex Suarez. Ooh. So, Alex, it says you were sent here. You were last here. Okay, so you were here 2 times. You were here on 10/23, and you ordered shipping. That was your last order, was you actually ordered shipping. So that whatever you had at that point shipped out. And then you sent in shipping one more time, almost a full year later on 7/24. Alex Suarez, shipping, $9. So I highly, highly, highly doubt that anything is over here for you because you've ordered shipping twice now. And whatever possibly could be over here for you would have gone out, yeah. So that does not have your stuff in it. So those were your last 2 orders. I could show you on the screen if you want. I don't think it reveals any private information. Does it? Yeah, so there's no private information on screen. But I can show you. You sent for shipping on 10/23, 10/20/23, and 7/20/24. You sent for shipping 2 times. It is. Let's see. What's your favorite Pokemon? I like a lot of Pokemon. I'm a big fan of Tyranitar. He's a really cool Pokemon, but I like a bunch of Pokemon. I don't think Pokemahi will be here for the night anymore. Saw the SpongeBob movie, big guy. Let's see. Do you want his information? I tripped over Pokemon and One Piece supplier in Japan. You tripped over them. Do you want his info? I would be happy to take the information of a supplier. Yes, I'm always interested in that. There we go. I'm gonna jump here. Is it true that you found Metazoo Tops boosters? Oh, a little bit of them. Yeah. Is this it? Here they are. Not this. But these guys right here. So these were $4 a piece, if I remember correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I found them with the Dragon Ball. So this is almost a whole box of it. And so there's 14 of these, and these are $4 a piece. And then we're sold out. That's right. Please. That doesn't sound like Pokemahi. Do you think that's really Pokemahi? He's not saying please, bro. So I can't tell if it's truly him. Hold on, let me see if it's truly him. Let's go to channel. It might be him. I can't tell, actually. I think it might be him. He used to have a video showing our channel off, so I can't tell now. Wow, the real Rockstar, the real Santa Mahi? It's the true Rockstar Mahi. Ooh, we need to put together a jumbo pack break, don't we? God, I gotta get that done, man. All right. Gabriel Gallegos says Nami Gym Break. That was, he's in. All right. When did he post this? 5 minutes ago? So that's the gym break. Is Shahir here? He's #1 chatter, so you may need to listen to him now. Here, Gabriel Gallegos. He's #1. Gallegos. I bought some stuff. After that, I'm just making sure. I kind of really want the slabs. Says Hoy Yasus. So, all right. Well, here's the thing. The very last payment you ever made to me was a shipping payment. So I can't imagine that there's anything left over here unless you were to make payments after that point. Yeah, so do you want me to show that? Would you feel better if I showed that to you, maybe? Maybe I'll just show you on screen real fast. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to show this to you. You tell me if any of it's wrong. Wait, tell me, so was it under a different name? Was it under a different name other than Alex Suarez? Let me see. How about under the name It's Your Boy Casper? Let me copy this. Maybe you had a number of orders under CASHAPP. Oh, so you had some orders under a different name. Yeah, you had some orders under a different name. So that was okay, so now let's take a quick look. So you might have cards over here under a name Cash Flow. That's what we needed. Okay. So I was only searching for Alex Suarez. We need to know like the bag name. Let's look up Cash Flow. When did you order this? Oh no, it's 8/24. That's no good. Let's see. So you were last here on 8/24. And if you had something, it may not have survived. But if you did have slabs, those may have survived. Because I don't do slabs the way we do bags and boxes. I just occasionally check slabs when I'm down there. Let's see. Okay, so the first thing I can tell you is I don't see a Cash Flow bag. There it is. So if you had a bag of cards over here, it's possible that it's gone. Let me check this as well, guys. Give me a second. He may have a lot of stuff that he's worried about losing here. Here's Mark. I got a couple like abandoned bags. We go like here's some abandoned bags. Casey Fjellstead from 424. Here's some Milo Pony. Some guy named Mark Simon. Somebody named Keller Smith. Somebody named Card Bazar. So he was 8/24. Go put this back over here. And check this as well. I need to get these all moved over somewhere. Sometimes I disassemble them right away if they're like really junky. If they got a couple more cards in them that, you know, that maybe makes them a little better than junk, I might keep them around. Here's a Roy. Manuel Castro. Trade Loot. Jacob Friedrich. Okay. Andres Garcia. All right. Casey Fjellstead. So Casey had 2 separate bags. I'd like Casey to come back. I think he's still an active guy, but I think he hangs out somewhere else now. Here's a big one. This is a couple combined, I think. James, Jacob, Jason. Okay. These are all abandoned bags that have been coming down off the table over time. Here's a Connor Cartman. Pack Fresh. Here's a Fabian Estrada from 8/23. Oof. Okay. Actually, this is good. This is good because all this crap was taking up a lot of room on the shelf. So I'm glad we're doing this right now, guys. I'm gonna get all these put into a box and get them moved away so that we have room again. It just kind of stacks up over time, you know. It just stacks up. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Here's some more. So here we have, let me get this out of your way a little bit. So here's a Yu-Gi-Oh card shop. Joseph Bernhardt. It's me, Joseph Bernhardt. I'm here for my cards. Okay, here's a Yu-Gi-Oh box. TCC, TCC. Those are mine. What are these? Are these? Oh, cool. Okay, so those are more of those. Those are those raw shuffles. Here's a Christian Green. Karen O'Sullivan. Nah, dude, I'm not seeing cash flow. I apologize. There's not much left for me to look at now. Yeah, This isn't going to have it. So if you had a bag, here's one gargoyle. If you had a bag, who's this? If you had a bag, it's been disassembled already, which typically implies it didn't really have anything in it. Here, let me grab all these bags and put them into one box. And then these all need to be put somewhere to be held. I like to hold bags a little extra. I don't like to disassemble them right away, especially some bags don't get disassembled right away. People tend to abandon cards they don't really care too much about, or like if they're not worth very much, they tend to abandon them. Here's the funny thing though. As time passes, sometimes the cards actually go up in price, and then they come back and they're like, now I want them. It's been a year and a half. Where are my cards at? All right, so that's it. That fills up 1.5 boxes. Pokey Mahi says, please give me, bro. I was just thinking I should give you some stuff. All right, give me a second. Let me put this somewhere. Please, bro. Please, bro. Whew. All right. There we have it, cash flow. As for slabs, it's possible you still have slabs over here, Mr. Cash Flow. What I would do, if I were you, I would send in for a round of shipping, and I'll take the shipping and send it down to Alexis, $9, and she can immediately start looking for slabs for you, okay? That's what I would do for the slabs. Slabs don't get taken quite as fast. They're much slower. Can we time them out? You want to time out the Rockstar Mahi? Okay, I might only have slabs. Oh, I see. Okay. So you already also think maybe you only have slabs left. Let's see. The next person who spams, it's going to be the only one who doesn't get a giveaway. You grab this. Move it over here. And let's find that deck. Right. We play this with the deck. Banhammer coming down. We need a new moderator. Who's going to be the new moderator? Who wants to be the new mod, the daytime mod, the morning time mod? You know, I've been thinking about getting a new moderator. Maybe Rockstar Mahi? He might be a good mod. Mister, anything for New Year's? Do you mean any kind of like New Year's plans, or do you mean like New Year's sales? What do you mean by that? I am. Let me mod, mister. Wow, I caught a morning stream. Just woke up 30 minutes ago. I'd rather let someone who's been here longer do it. Definitely. Anyone here with the TCC ball? Or whatever's before the TCC ball? There's 2 TCC balls. There's the black and white one, and then there's the red and black one. I am. New plans and New Year's resolution. Wow, look at Pokemahi go, man. Pokemahi's got the right idea, guys. This is exactly how you get free ones. You just have to keep saying, I am. He says, I am the captain now. What? I am the babysitter now. All right, so here goes. We've got our Poke battle between Shahir and Gabriel Gallegos. All right, Pokemahi, who do you think's going to win this Poke battle? You ready? Here goes. Ninetales has 80 HP. It's not bad. Ninetales is a strong one. Gabriel gets what? Magnemite. So round 1 goes to Shahir. Boop. Shahir needs 2 out of 3 to pull the card. Here's Moltres with 70. That's not bad either. Oh, but it does not beat Blaziken. Round number 2, Gabriel. Okay, we're going into overtime. Here goes. Here's Gardevoir with 100 HP. That's also really good. And Swampert with 110. Oh, man. It was this close, Mr. Shahir. I'm sorry, man. He got you with an extra 10 HP on the Swampert. It's going to go to Mr. Gabriel this time. All right, it's all good game. It's just a bit of fun. Let's see. Mahi gave up Bing Mod for the 151 box. That's right. He gave up the box. What do you guys think? Who would make a good moderator? Anybody here? Cloudy says me. Cloudy, he's got a Pokeball. I don't know. How long do you spend in the streams though? That's my question, Mr. Cloudy. Well, it would be good to pick somebody who's here like 99% of the time. But the morning time stream is kind of a new thing, isn't it? All right. Congratulations to Mr. Gabriel. Been here for 3 years, just 18 as a member. Here it is. All right, Mr. J-Dog. What's up, Mr. J-Dog? We are. All right. I was thinking Pokemahi would be the perfect member. We are. One of the problems with picking a moderator right now is this is almost like a new crowd, you know what I mean? Like, we don't have like a settled in crowd. I don't know who comes here consistently. I would have said, I want to be a mod, but nah, not for me. I'm always here, says Legend of Debt. Legend of Debt is always here. That's actually true. He's always here. I'll take it slow. So Mr. Cashflow says, $9 shipping, Alex Suarez. I will mod, says Sakura. Cash flow, Alex Suarez. Let's go try it out. Oh, first we're going to restart the shipping. Louis for mod. He pops in, man. He pops in. He kind of commands me to give him my Burning Shadows Charizard for like too cheap of a price. And then he pops out. Buy. I'm here when I can be. Mr. Never thinks of me. No, that's not true, Mr. NHCC. I think about you. I'm here a lot of the time, just turkey lurking. What's Pokemahi saying I am for? How much does you spending a year on TCG? Are you asking how much I spend? God, I don't know. Maybe like $600,000 to $700,000 a year. Probably. Just a little bit. Basically, everything I earn just gets rolled back into cards. There it is. All right. It's a little bit of money. Oops. I don't know what it is this year, though. I feel like it's definitely lower this year. There you go. But, you know, at the beginning of the year, at the beginning of 2025, I spent like $90,000 in January. There we go. But I didn't continue that spending spree. But you got to remember, you know, those were just personal slabs. That wasn't even inventory. We spent a little on inventory. All right, let's see. I was going to say 7. Oops. By 4. By 4. I watched a video today while I was eating breakfast on how cardboard boxes get made. I loved it. Battle Styles is considered vintage. Well, what? Yeah. I don't know about vintage, but it's definitely out of print. Take a quick look at this, guys. So that's 6 out of 10. Sword and Shield Battle Styles. Now, how old is it? It's from 2021. So this is about to be 5 years old now. I mean, that's half a decade. You know, that's like jail time. That's a while. 5 years. It's not a small amount of time. J-Dog, Mr. Don't Trust Me. No. You can't say that. See, you can't say stuff like that. That's not good. Why would you? It's not that I don't inherently trust or not trust any particular person. I just, you know, picking a mod's a big decision, so it's a slow thing. It is. We've talked about picking a new mod for a while. I just haven't done it, if you've noticed. It is. How are you in love this channel? How are you in love? How am I in love with this channel? I don't know. That's a strange question. Mr. NHCC from mod, if Mr. won't consider me. Battle Styles considered vintage. Do you have any PSA burger chews? Do I have PSA burger chews? I think I do. I might have one. We are. Okay. So we're going to say slabs on this. And I'm going to say cash flow. So she checks cash flow. Cash flow. All right, so I've given her your nickname in order for her to check for both your regular name and your nickname. There we go. All right, good luck with that. Just to let y'all know, being a mod might change your relationship with Mr. Yeah, actually, that's a little bit true because, you know, so now you can't be unprofessional. You can't, you and I need to agree on things. So if you and I have a disagreement, we have to work that out really rapidly. But if you're like, nah, I'm putting my foot down, I disagree with you, that's going to be really bad. So you can't have that. So you kind of have to see eye to eye with me on many things. And yeah, it's just a little different being a mod. Here's Mr. Zach. He says, Battle Styles break. Now, I'm not talking about like you like the color red, I like the color blue. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like policy on how to run a channel. You can't disagree with me on it. Here it is. Because we've had that before. Here's Zach. Mr. Zach. Yeah, I've been running so we ran this YouTube channel for like 6 years, right? And then I ran the GameConomist channel for like 3 or 4 years. So I guess I've been a YouTuber for like 11 years now. And there's a good reason why it's if you really want to pick a good mod, it's a real slow thing. You don't want to rush it. It is. It's like picking a coworker almost to a small degree. It is all 8 of these. It's fun if it's like a temporary mod roll. So you guys want to do like a temporary mod roll? That's fun. You'd be like a temporary mod for a month or something. I'm a corporate slave, mister. I got some experience in following orders. Corporate slave. Here, let's go ahead and rotate these. Oh, Snorlax. Here's Haxorus. And here's Slitherwing. Ooh. Now, what is up with this Slitherwing? Now, look, he's a Shinji Kanda Japanese Slitherwing, and that one graded 10. That's nice. So that's what that's all about. Very cheap, by the way. You know, I don't hardly make any money on that. That's the margin on that's very slim for a 10. All right, let me pull this up here, Mr. Zach. So this is officially pretty close. That's 7 out of 10. Me, can I move my spot from the Ancient Origins to the Battle Styles? I'm still not working. I'm afraid I won't get it paid off right now with JW. If not, it's okay. Are you talking about like a pre-order spot? Is that what you did? Let me go take a look at that real fast. How's my shipping going, Mr. Yoland? Your shipping is not completed. I was going to ask you, so we only found these slabs. I'm glad you checked in because I was looking at these today. So we only found these slabs. Is this right? Was it only a couple slabs? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4. All right, so that's what I found. And I thought you said you had a lot of slabs. I can't remember. So we got Horsey, Metagross, Leafeon, and Melodic. So we found these 4 slabs. I didn't see any other Yolan slabs. So does that look right to you? If that's good to go, I can make the label today and it'll be out tomorrow. Can I move my spot from the Ancient Origins to the Battle Styles? Let me put this over here. Albert Austin. Boop. Let's see. All right, I can do that. So you can come back out. Oh, I see. It's an asterisk. So it's actually a pre-order spot. So you can cancel a pre-order spot. Just know this. If the vintage box goes up in value, if it goes up, then you will have to buy back in at like 260 or something. And although that doesn't seem like an issue right now, they do that. These old boxes go up in price. So right now, if let's say the market's slightly down right now, maybe it's like, you know, everyone's kind of cooling off. I'm just going to say this. We're heading into tax season, and everyone gets a tax return. And sometimes new record prices get found in the tax return season. So you're not heading into a time period where Pokemon cools off and gets super cheap. It gets more expensive at this point. Let's see. This is going to be under Slab Away. We're going to scroll down to the bottom. So it looks like you had put $40 toward it. So if you would like, I can move it over, okay? Let me know. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just scared I can't pay for it. I'm still out till like 228. All right. So I will take this and scratch that off and say 25 over here. There it goes. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put you, what'd you say you wanted to be put into? Let's see. You want to be in the Battle Styles. Okay, so we're going to move you into the Battle Styles. Austin Albert. Where did my pen go? And what did Yolan say? I think that's all. And did you find the baggies? Did I find the baggies? I'm sure the baggies are not the hard part. So it sounds like you're all good to go. All right, so your label's ready then. We're ready to make your label. Perfect, man. So we'll have you out by tomorrow. Austin Albert. Here we go. Thanks, mister. You're great. Hi, I'm Albert. It's Albert. Okay. So now that's in Battle Styles. And now we need to go cancel this over here. Okay. Check your Discord messages, says Dennis. Let's see what Dennis has to say. All right, so... Okay, you're basically just showing me supplier prices. All right. Let me zoom out of there and add a number to this. Ta-da! Spreadsheet's all done for today. Bro, them 2 front slabs tell me you just grade any old stuff. This, we're going to say 8. Very nice. Well, one of the things I try to do is provide affordable cards, not just expensive cards for people to buy. People really appreciate that. So these cards are not making me into a millionaire. You know, these kind of cards, if they sell, I'm going to be able to afford dinner, basically, after you consider the cost of the grading and all that, and just all the things that go into it, right? So this is enough to buy myself dinner. I'm not getting rich selling these, but we grade them anyways because we want people to have that option. But we do have expensive cards too, although they tend to get gobbled up pretty fast. But we end up with pricey cards as well. Here's a big break on a Crystal Nido King, for example. He's a pretty expensive card. Look at that. So we have a combination of affordable cards and unaffordable cards. There we go. We had a Gengar up here for $1,000 a minute ago, but I'm putting him back into my collection. So Battle Styles nearly completed, guys. Let's get back to work. We are. Am I missing anything? Am I supposed to get is there somebody in line who is supposed to have been taken care of already? Mr. Edward, I'm trying to remember. There's so many people talking to me right now. Edward Cornelio Battle Styles. Okay, 1 spot left in the Battle Styles. Here you go, Edward. Let's go ahead and recount them, make sure it's actually up to 9 and not up to 10. Yeah, I ordered it on PayPal. Battle Styles should have 1 spot left. What is your favorite Pokemon? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's already over. All right, so we were miscounted by 1. We were miscounted by 1. It's funny how fast a box goes right at the end. It goes super fast at the end. You know, nobody wants to wait a long time. But then once it's close to the end, those last spots just sell like instantly. They go boom like that. And I try to warn people that's how all the breaks seem to work. So like this Ancient Origins break, you know, once it gets down to just a few spots, it'll be over very rapidly is what you'll be surprised by. All right, let's see. We have a Miss Alexandra order as well. So Miss Alexandra, we'll do that. It looks like that was very recent. You just placed that order. So we're going to go ahead and take care of this. So Battle Styles. I found Pokepacks in the vending machine today. Let's see. He links jinx.cos. It looks like his blow-up girlfriend. What are you saying? I mean, it sounds like at the ends, that ends it. Count the cards. Yes, that ends it. So let's go ahead and I can't put the booster box up on the table. There's not enough room. But what I can do is get the booster packs ready. Let's do it. How much is the tariff fee on a case from Japan? It's like 15% of its actual price. 1, 2. It's actually a huge tax, that means. Because sales tax in the U.S. for most places is about 7%, which means the tariff tax is about twice that amount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, tariffs have hit us really hard in terms of our sort of like pricing strategy. But you know what that ultimately means is, I guess we're buying English, you know? It's kind of effective in a way, isn't it? That's the point of a tariff, is to force you to buy domestic product. All right. A tariff forces you to buy domestic product. That's what it does. And it's kind of working because I look at the price of the Japanese cards now and I go, oh, well, if I'm paying an extra 15% on them for no reason, might as well consider doing English cards now. Because English cards don't come with that extra 15% tax, you know. It is. So I'm way more interested in English these days. During the Trump tariff era, those tariffs might come down, and then I'll be more interested in international again. But while the tariffs are up, I'm more interested in domestic. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, no looking now. We're going to go ahead and put the hit card into one of the packs. Okay. Why do tariffs affect you? So because I import a lot of cards from Korea, China, and Japan, you know, me and the vendor, we are affected by that tariff. And the way it works is it causes their product to truly be more expensive in the end. See, the costs get passed on to you guys, the consumer, right? And this makes the product kind of uncompetitive. So now I'm looking at it going, well, I can offer more value to my customer with the English packs than with the Japanese packs because, you know, the Japanese packs used to be cheaper than they are now. Now they're artificially expensive because the government made them artificially expensive. It is. So now you should be more interested in English packs. Although, interestingly, that might also push up prices on English packs because everyone's going to be more interested in them. They should be anyways. Why collect Japanese when you're just paying a giant tax every time it comes over here? All right, give me a number. A tariff is a tax on the importer. It's a tax on the producer because when the demand for his product falls, he has to lower price to entice demand for it again. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So those have been shuffled. Right, like imagine you're a Pokemon card producer in Japan, and all of a sudden your product's 15% more expensive than it used to be. And so what happens when price goes up? Demand goes down. And when demand goes down, you either get A, less sales, or B, you must lower your price. So this is a sort of artificial government pricing. And you know, if it's such a bad thing, all countries should end tariffs, right? So if it's a bad thing for the people of your country, good. So then Japan should end its tariffs. Canada should end its tariffs. The UK and France should end its tariffs. China should end its tariffs. You know, so if anyone here believes that tariffs are bad for your country, that must mean it's bad for other countries too. So they should all end them. You are. And that's how I feel about the subject. Right now, I just consider it another part of the game, you know, so you got to be smart and play the game. You ready? I think it'd be better if all the countries dropped the tariffs, by the way, because I'm a believer in low taxes. The government's collecting all those taxes on us. The UK government, when you import something to the UK, you got to pay taxes on it, you know? So your government's just collecting taxes on you and giving it away to somebody else. All right, give me a number. Are they fake? Not being mean. Bro, it waffling. Tax slabs are selling higher than PSA slabs at the moment. All right. So 1, 2, 3. We got 1, 2, 3. Very nice. Oh, yeah. Waffles are nice. You guys like waffles? Okay. So who's going to get that whole box of Battle Styles? Now, you have an option to keep it sealed and ship it for 15 bucks or open it immediately. Here's Gabriel Gallegos, pack number 1. Sorry, Gabriel, you're pulling Reggie Gigas. Mr. I see cards under your skin. What? Here's Brett Love. That's right, I've injected. Here's Garbodor. It's because I love card collecting. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Here's Ben Garcia. Okay, sorry, Ben. Here's Austin Albert. Austin. Ah, sorry, Austin. That's a cold one. There it is. That sucks. Here's Andrew Martin. Okay. Picking up the donut ring. Here's Brett Love. Mr. Brett. That's a cold one. Sorry, Brett. Here's David Mallory. That's a cold one. Wow, we're making it all the way to the end here, guys. Here's Brett Love. How many spots did Brett have in here? Oh, my God, and they were all misses. Ah, that just sucks, man. Okay, here we go. Edward Cornelio. No way. It's either you or the other guy. Oh, my God, dude. How lucky does Edward get? That's crazy, dude. Edward pulls the Battle Styles box. Is he here? He's here. He actually sent in for this. Mr. Edward, are we opening this? All right. Very nice. And here's Zachary Stex. Aha, the Beetle. It's crazy how often the chase card makes it to the end of the break. Open it if you're not a coward. I got it. You did. All right. Very nice. Edward likes to get into a lot of those breaks. Especially he likes booster box breaks from what I can see. Let's grab these. Should I restock these ahead of time with like a card? Maybe I should. Maybe I should restock these as we go. Restock all of them real fast. Nah, I don't care. Okay, let's see a Tyranitar, but I understand if you want to hold sealed. I'm a coward. Hold it. All right, Mr. Edwards going to hold it. I'm a coward, he says. There we go. Doo-doo. That's what the point of those box breaks are, okay, guys? You can keep the box sealed. That's part of the fun, is you can keep it sealed. Toss these. Okay. You can also just keep this card if you prefer. So he makes a trade with me for this little Magnemite, which, of course, the Magnemite's worth many times more than the box. All right, so that's yours, Mr. Gabriel. Might as well just put it here. Mister, try adding EXs in them at least. You know, we did that, and it didn't affect, it did not increase how fast they sold, and not having him in there doesn't decrease how fast they sell, so it seems to make no difference. All right. We don't want no pity pulls. All right. I'm going to go put, but he chose to ship it. What can I do with that card? The Magnemite card, you can keep it and give up the box. So you say, I don't want the box. I want the Magnemite. Not a lot of people choose to do that, but maybe someday someone will. Let me go get a fresh marker. All right, I'm back. So, ta-da! So now we have Astral Radiance. There we go. And I got a second marker. Oops. Same deal here. You can keep this sealed if you wish. Let's go get a price on it. Dooby-dooby-dooby-dooby-doo. I believe in the prophecy that Messiah one day will keep the Magnemite. All right, let's see. If anyone ever keeps the Magnemite, it's going to be like on a 1 of 4 break, or maybe like a 1 of 3 break if it ever shows up. Every now and then, it's rare, but every now and then there's a 1 of 3 break. All right. This one's a bit bigger than the Battle Styles one, but it's more desirable. Is this the new marker? Yes, the new marker. It's going to be 1 in 14. There it is. Astral Radiance. He's a bigger one. Okay, cool. I like Morning more anyways, not going to lie. If I ever win a small break, I'll keep it. Read NHCC's message. He says, and he leaves when I'm going to ask a question. He says, not a coward, smart. I still got 2 Japanese Scarlet Seal boxes with you, right? Presumably, if you won those and you never shipped them, then they're sitting on a shelf, okay? So they'll be sitting on a shelf with your name on it. Did you see how I put it, Mr. Edwards' name on it? Just remind me that, of course, whenever you go to ship. I like Morning more anyway, not going to lie. All right. So let's hit refresh on this, actually. There you go. I paid for a spot. Can I just get credit? Yes, absolutely. We can get you credit, and you might be interested in going into a new break. So we have lots of different breaks. Here's a short break right here. This is for a Tag 10 Rocket Zapdos Destined Rivals stamped reverse holo. This is actually a promo, and you'll notice it has a beautiful cosmic holo for the promo. See it? Really desirable holographic type. I'm a big fan of these promos because they reprint the booster pack, but they do not reprint the promos. So these will remain much lower population than the rest of the set. That's why these are so good, and it's why I'm so interested in them. Okay, so I expect these to go up in price faster. Now, $40 for you, Mr. Cashflow. Welcome back, Cashflow. Nighttime streams are where it's at. Alexander order was supposed to be served. Yeah, it's not her turn yet, but it was actually Mr. Cashflow's turn. Nice of you to pop on back here, Mr. Cashflow. Yeah, $40. So we got the new Astral Radiance box. We have this 4-spot Zapdos. That can finish pretty fast. We have this $40 Charizard break. He's a pretty big one. And here's the Mega Nidoking. And here's this other break that you may not have known about. Here it is. So it is a Pokemon Tops box topper, graded 10. See? Oversized tin topper, or whatever it's called. And it's super cool, super rare, super low pop. Team Rocket team. Team Rocket card. All right. Now, let's jump right over here to Miss Alexandra. Any pack splits still going on? Pack splits. We have not chosen a new pack split, and we have not chosen a new jumbo pack break. So those are two things we can do when the stream slows down. Here's Miss Alexandra. She wants a Mega Dream, a Korean Blue Sky Stream, and 2 of the Metazoo tops. You got it. All right, Miss Alexandra. Welcome. All right. It's around dinner time or bedtime for you, right? This is your nighttime stream. Japanese Mega Dream. And Korean Blue Sky Stream. Ooh, where's the Blue Sky Stream? Is it over here? Should be over here. Ah, there it is. Found it. All right. It's 6 p.m. for me. See? That's nice. That's nice. So this is a decent stream time for you. All right. Yeah, so, you know, no more nighttime stream, but I think morning time stream can serve a decent amount of the people who used to show up at night. All right, there we go. Very good. Oops, throw that away. Did I grab 2 of these? You're getting 2 of these. You're getting 1 for free, okay? Oh, no, you're not getting 1 for free. You paid for 2 of them. I just read it wrong. All right. Ooh, look at that. So the Metazoo Topps Chrome packs had a chance for numbered cards in them. Did you remember that? 45 out of 99. Pretty cool, huh? Funeral Mountain Terra Shot. Funeral Mountain. So weird. Oh. It's 1 for me. 1 a.m. Here's the Snow Wasset. Ooh. Sarah Dusenberry is somebody I want to see again. I don't know when she's available. Here's Mantis Man. Chibi Quetzal. Ooh. 6 p.m. here in Berlin, Germany. Cool. There we go. Germany. You guys have the AFD is on the rise over there, huh? Aren't you guys heading toward your elections? I can't remember. German elections coming up soon. Here's Beast of Busco. Oops. Here's Kentucky Hellhound. Here's Ghost Train. And here's Agro Pelter. Very nice. They are. Can I have a shout out? I want enough subs for a live stream, says TCG Tato. Whoa. This guy's going to the moon. Wow, wow, wow. Daytime, mister. This is our morning stream, and then later we have a daytime stream. Though, you know, you almost could call this one the daytime stream and the second one the afternoon stream, which kind of makes more sense, doesn't it? I mean, if I'm streaming as late as 7 p.m., why call it daytime? That should be it's like a dinner time stream, and this is more like a lunchtime stream. So this makes a lot more sense to call this the daytime stream. Phil does Zard. Yeah, Zard's been slow, but he is definitely moving. He's halfway done, actually. So Zard's moving. There we go. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. How do we buy slab? I don't see him in the shop. You would send a custom payment. So there's an option on the website called custom payment. And when you send the money, you would just say which slab it is, okay? Yeah, that's what custom payment's for. Here's Numel. Ooh, look at that Numel. Beautiful. Okay. We have a lot of slabs. And here's... Oh my gosh, it's Dracloak. There you go. Very nice. It says chat disconnected. Is that true? Oh, and now it says we're reconnected. I live in the Dominican Republic. It's 1 p.m. for you. 1 p.m. for me. Nice, dude. How's the Dominican Republic doing today? There it is. Tossing this over here. Miss Alexandra, you got a cute little Numel, and you got a numbered Funeral Mountain Terror Shot. No Cop. What? I thought this channel was about Minecraft Christian morals. That's right. Welcome to my Christian Minecraft server, Miss Alexandra. People like it when we get into world news and stuff like that. Sometimes we do that more toward the end of the stream when we're less busy. But we can talk about anything you guys like to talk about. I don't mind. Sue, your bag is where? You got the red box. That's right. Your box is red. That doesn't sound right. Let's see. Haha. Mom, get out of my room. I'm playing Minecraft. I sent a little razzle dazzle by Zelle. Ooh. A little spice. There we go. Very good. Let's rotate this. Here's a little Bowser. Here's a little Shift Tree for 40 bucks. And here is a Granny Smith, my Hello. No, I was just called My Little Pony. I almost called it Hello Kitty, didn't I? So we got to get a price on this guy right here. We got to get a price on this. Too many names to remember, man. Smells like tuna. Whoa. I love tuna. So here's Nintendo Mario, and he shall be super, super affordable. This is the Ace of Hearts, huh? It's a really nice card. It graded pristine. I want to make it, I don't know, 75 bucks maybe. Let's go for it. See how it goes. Really like that card. It's lovely. There you go. Let's see. I don't get the custom payment, so if I put 100 and say I want the Aquapolis Nidoking, you obviously say no, so why not just know the price from the start? Oh, let me explain it to you. So let's say you want to buy this Mario boot. His price is right here at $75. So under custom payment, you'll send $75 and say, I want the Poker Mario boot, pristine 10 card. And then I will write your name on the back of it, and it's yours. It's custom payment is a way for you to make an offer. It's not a way for you to make an offer. It's just a way for you to see that this is 75, and so you can send 75 in for it. Live chat check. Hey, what's up? All right, let me hit refresh on this. How much is that, Nidoking, though? Sorry if I missed it, and thank you for explaining. No problem. So, and ask as many questions as you want. So this Nidoking right here, which is not up to 2, by the way, guys. This Nidoking is a break, meaning that you don't get to just buy him. You have to take a chance on him. Is beautiful card, right? This is like a holy grail for some people. He is being sold for $400 per spot, and there's 10 spots. So you can do the math on that. It means that I'm hosting a break where the card has been priced around $4,000. And if you don't want to take a shot at him for $400 with odds of 1 in 10, you can take a $40 shot at him with odds of 1 over 10 over 10, meaning that you're going to go into something that we call a sublist. So every 10 spots, the sublist goes off. And if you get pulled out of the sublist, you're given one of these $400 spots. Think of it like a miniature break for a break spot. See, I'll show that to you right now. It's a break for a break. There it is. We call it the mega. See, mega. We call it the mega sublist. 3 spots are sold. When this hits 10, this little sublist will go off, and one of these guys will have a spot over here in the Nidoking break worth 400. See, and that's why it's 40 times 10, because that equals 400. Okay. You should make an update video on how the channel works, or link the older one. Yeah, maybe a video on how the channel works could help a lot of people. You know, we get a lot of sales anyway, so we're not exactly shy on sales right now. Andrew Martin's here, and he says he's got, I think, 2 orders. 1 spot in the Astral and 1 spot in the Charizard. All right, so Andrew Martin. We've been going live for 7 years, and we have all the same packs that all the other channels do. There's a lot of channels selling packs, but we have all the same packs. And what sets us apart is our stellar reputation. And one subject I'm particularly really passionate about, and that's breaking stuff. We love to do breaks. We like to host custom booster pack breaks on various slabs. So I'm all about graded cards. Some YouTubers, some Pokemon collectors have been very against grading. I'm like the exact opposite. I pretty much only collect graded. I don't collect anything else. And almost all the money goes toward graded cards. And I host breaks on graded cards. And so that's what we're all about over here. I love grading, and I love collecting graded. You are? Yeah, some people were telling others, hey, don't collect graded cards. I think that was a big mistake. All of the price increases have been in two things, booster boxes and graded cards. And why do people think that the booster boxes have any value? Because the graded cards that come out of them are valuable. That's why. People aren't basing the price of the booster boxes off of the raw cards. They're pricing it off of the graded cards. So people care a lot about that grading. Here we go. This was my last thing that I purchased, guys. It just arrived yesterday. So I paid $3,000 for this one. Oh, did I say 3? 5,000. I paid $5,000 for this one. So this one was 5,000. Purchased in November. And I think it's population 44, right? Is that right? New time, same great slams. Mr. Angry, he likes breaking stuff. I'm angry. I like to break things. We're not done with you, Mr. Martin. We're going to get your other spot too, okay? Have no fear. So this card is... Give me a second. Pop 44. So in my opinion, that's sort of a holy grail card for Psyduck collectors. So you either have it or you don't have it. There's only 44 of them, so you're in a pretty exclusive group if you own this Psyduck. Can I ask if you did maybe order from Secret Shadows? Yes, in fact, it should be here today. So if you join us again in the we should give it a new name, the dinner time stream. If you join us again for dinner time, and that's what time it would be over here, but maybe not in Germany, it should be available by that point because I believe it's being delivered today. Okay, Mr. Andrew, a spot in the Astral. Let's grab this Astral Radiance box. So the Battle Styles just went off, and now Astral is available. So we're just going on to the next box. Here it is. Wonder when I paid for these. Hey, what's up, Mike Side? The evening stream? Yeah, evening. Evening sounds nice. We might need to give it a new name, huh? Because we call it the daytime stream, but really this is more like a daytime stream, isn't it? I mean, it's basically 12 p.m. in New York. Then on the other hand, it's more like 9 a.m. in California. I can't decide. Is my PayPal order not showing up on your end? I'm sure it is. I just haven't gotten to it. Here we are. We're working currently on Andrew Martin. Here we are. Let me get this done. So this shall say Astral Radiance. Astral box. All right, you're in. Andrew Martin. And now the box is going to be updated to say 1. We had a whole bunch of BGS slabs come back yesterday. I haven't really had too much time to price them. I like this Mario a lot. Don't you like him? Thank you, Mr. Andrew. Appreciate it. All right, back to this. Mr. Gerardo Magana. Gem Pack 2. 2 each, Gem Pack 3, 2 each. All right, 2 of the Gem 2s and 2 of the Gem 3s. You got it, 2 of these. Gerardo, is this a first-time order for you? I feel like you're new. We are. Gerardo waited his turn for a little while there, guys. Midday stream? Just making sure. I haven't ordered in a while. I don't want my cards to go to the trash. No. They won't. All right, so you haven't ordered for a while. How long has it been? It's been a long time? There we go. Okay, we got these beautiful cards. All right, let's snip it up. Is this the new time? Says Mr. Monster. Yes, this stream is called the morning stream, and it replaces the nighttime stream. That's what happens. This is the morning stream. It replaces the overnight stream. Yeah. And it gives me a much better sleep schedule. I mean, it's way better sleep schedule. Ooh, almost a year. All right, so here's Leafy Blown. Good. Let's leave these up too. Oh man, we gotta get the trade slab over here. We left the trade slab on the left side of the table. Here it is. So this is the current trade slab. It's for an XY era Moltres. He's a rare. Okay. Remember, you guys can trade cards into this to get a spot over here, okay? Offer a trade if you'd like. Okay, here's Lycanroc and... oh, yeah, Stamped Darkrai. There you have it. 18 months of the TCC Canal. No more nights awake. Yeah, it's probably good for some of you guys, too, to be honest. Some of you guys are probably staying up all night with me. Now we can all go to bed and just get normal sleep like normal people. There you go. All right. So, Gerardo with the G. It's a pretty big change. We've been running a nighttime stream for over 6 years. And now we're trying something drastically different. But, I mean, look at the sunlight out there. Look at this. See that sunlight? Oh, man. And now I can just go walking. After this stream's over, I can just go for a walk if I feel like it. And that's a big improvement. That's especially good on the weekends, by the way. So the weekend rolls around, and I'm awake by 9 a.m., and then I can just go have fun immediately. Okay, let's see. Way better. Aha! Whoa, that bag's really old. All right, we're going to put you up here now. We'll just update your bag to say, your bag's so thin, we'll just update it, okay? Normally, you got to ship or you got to pay $5 to update the bag. But that one's so thin, we'll just update it right now. Because it's not taking up any space. We'll say that this one is 1.26. All right, so Mr. Gerardo, you have no risk of this bag being taken. Nice job. I did overnights for 3 years. That drained my life. Yeah, there was kind of a wake-up call when a doctor told me I had such bad vitamin D levels that he wanted me to supplement it. And I was like, yeah, I don't go outside. That's what I was telling him. Especially during the winter, because the sun's down. By the time we're hosting that daytime stream, the sun's gone. So that was a really bad situation. All right, it's 11:23. Let's see. So this morning time stream can run kind of as long as you guys want it to run. Battle Styles Break. Battle Styles Break for Mr. Gabriel. Mr. Gabriel, so you have $80 now. He was trying to buy up those last 2 spots. Okay. There it is. No problem, Mr. Lalo. And a Mr. NHCC, he says, let me lock in my AO spot at 230. No fees, right? That's correct. There are no fees. So you'll be trading places with that other guy. Let me go set this up over here. Box break Ancient Origins. 230, 200. That's right. When you guys pre-order a spot in Ancient Origins and slab away, there's no fee. So you don't lose 20 bucks, and if you need to cancel, you don't lose 20 bucks. We do that to encourage the box to fill up as fast as possible. Okay, there it is. Now, one important note, though, you don't get 6 months to pay off the spot. It works very differently. The way it works when you're doing a pre-order, when you're doing a slab away over here, you run out of time when this fills up. So when it gets all the way to 36, what happens is whoever's got a slab away, that one becomes available for sale immediately. There we go. It looks like a couple guys have them. We got Jose Arredondo and Chris Abruzzo have them. We are. Bet bless. What number am I? What number are you? You're number 25 right here. Number 25. There it goes. Why is it so cold? I live in South Mississippi. Should not be like this. Yeah, it's cold out here too, man. It's let's see what the weather is. Weather. 31 degrees where I'm living, and we're kind of like in southern Missouri. It's just some kind of cold front. That's all it is. Just some cold front. It's not a big deal. Morning, Mr. Happy New Year, if I don't see you before that. Thanks, Nintixo. Astro Radiance, please. 2 spots. Ooh. Astro Radiance popular, maybe? I think people like that one. Okay, good luck over there. This is the Astro Radiance box, filling by 3 spots almost instantaneously. We're at 3 out of 14, which leaves 11 spots to go. It's a lot of spots. Takes a while, actually. All right, there's the trade slab for those who just want to get rid of junk in their bag and to have a chance at a little cheap slab. Ooh, there's a much nicer ho-oh. Man, Sherry. Look at that goofy-looking card. Oh, my God. Got a 9.5, huh? Why did you get a 9.5 instead of a 10? If I regrade this, will this just turn into a 10? You are. Can I get in on the trade slab? Absolutely. So Legend of Debt, you have a bag over here, I believe. Thomas Hogue, Thujapan. Legend of Debt. So you just need to have something that we can trade into this. You can also buy in for $5. That's allowed. So you got some Korean cards. Damn, dude. It's tough to trade in for that. Let's see. The only thing I can mention that I'd be interested in are these guys right here. So for any one of these, I'll give you 3 spots in the Moltres for any one of these. All right. The rest of this, you could combine all this together and get 1 spot in the Moltres for the rest of this. So this stuff, not so valuable to me. Okay, so now you know any of these can give you 3 spots in Moltres. And then this whole round right here will get you 1 spot in the Moltres. That's what I would offer. Did my cards come into you yet? So Mr. Patrick. Mr. Patrick, you're sending cards to me. Is that what you're saying? And what would those cards have been? Was that something we worked out? What's the name? Here it is. Or are you referring to like PSA returns? Is that what you mean? Mr. is just a Wong Hoff. Wong Hoff. I gotta look that up now. What is Wong Hoff? White ass blank going hard as F. I'll trade in one of those freezing guys. Okay, one of those freezing guys. And that'll give you 3 spots on the Moltres. Let's see. Here we go. All right. And that's a pretty generous trade because I gave that a 10 minus. 1, 2, 3. Okay. The Legend of Debt. The Legend of Debt. Oops. The L-O-D. Okay. So now this cute little Moltres is up to 4 out of 6. All right. 2 spots left on the Moltres if anyone wants to trade toward him. Don't need this anymore. Piplup getting sent to the grinder. Off you go, Piplup. This breathing technique. I sent some Fortnite cards and Charizard to you. And how long ago did you do that? What name was that under? Charizard and Fortnite cards, huh? Here's Jimmy Torres. Here's Brandon Vargas. I don't think they've arrived. There we go. Please fill the Moltres. I smell a groiper. Put this back over here. They might not have arrived yet. You might want to have the tracking number for that so you can see it on your side. All right. Sounds good, man. So now we've got an order from, let's hit refresh on the website. No website orders currently, but that means we're back here to PayPal. Wow, we got a big John Lucas order. Hey, mister, nice to see more Nikkei. Can I get 8 boxes of Nikkei? Should have a box. You can also open the rest of the one-piece case for science. All right, so we officially have at least 30 minutes of work left. Okay, guys, settle in. Let's go grab the... We're going to start with the OP14s. So this is a case of OP14 that Mr. John Lucas owned, and we already pulled the case chase card out. And he's saying, go ahead and open the rest to see if, if anything else comes out. Here goes. Now, I've heard that there's a chance for manga even if the case hit has come out. I don't know how true that is because I've never seen that happen before. It is. And we pulled our share. Now, let me make some more room here. Make some more room. Mr. John Lucas has just sent in an $864 order. This is a huge order. Set that there. All right. All right, Mr. John. Okay. Manga's always live no matter what, unless another manga has been pulled, says Zenobius. So Zenobius sounds pretty confident about that, Mr. John. Let's go ahead and snip this. So you got a lot of cards for me to open now. This and 8 boxes of Nikkei. This is not a small amount of One Piece, everybody. Settle in. It's a total of 9 boxes, it looks like. We are. How many boxes in a case? 12, I believe. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3. Here's an SR. Hollow. 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 Holy, he wants all the Pokemons. Yeah. We are okay. We got Petunia. We've got Don Flamingo. Here's Gloofy. Okay. Hairdo Guy. Hat Girl. What's her name, actually? The little crown girl. Her name's not Petunia. Her name's, I'm close to it. This laughing guy who's ugly. Purple guy. Golden Dawn. Perona. My Perona. All right. Oh, last 2 packs were loaded. Okay, good. Good. All right. Tossing that away. That's box number 1. You're going to end up with a lot of these hollows, so I'm going to set them to the side to get us started. Set them on that side. And then you got a little round of the SRs. It's got a lot of SRs too. I've heard the SRs have a little bit of value. A lot of people just donate the hollows because there's so damn many of them. Okay. Box number 2. You can donate the non-SR hollows. Sweet. All right, so that's what we'll do with those. I'll make that nicer on the shipping too. Okay. All right. Box number 2. Imagine you had some way to open only the packs that had hits in them. Wouldn't that be insane? Loving the new time slots. Yes, this is kind of like the first day where I'm getting to stream in the morning. I did it once before, and then I was supposed to do it yesterday, but we got a new internet installed today, guys. Did you know that? By the way, how's the internet been so far? No problems? It's technically a downgrade. It's not as, according to the stats on what we were getting, this is a downgrade, and yet it might end up being better than Spectrum, just if it's more consistent. See, there it is. That's our new modem sitting right next to us. Our new wireless router, I should say. Sent for the last spots on the trade slab. Last spots on the trade slab are counted for, everybody. So we pick a new trade slab out. I like it kind of like this. Is that nicer? Let's see. So now I don't even have to peel these out. Okay. Okay. All right. We have 2 more cases of OP14. So OP14 has been popular. This. Here's that. Here's this. Nice. Here's this. Here's this. Oops. Here's this. I gotta make a phone call to like FedEx or something. Oh, full art creepy dude. Wish I could remember this guy's name. Tags should start grading Korean cards. Yeah, they'll probably eventually do that. You know, Tags, they're doing surprisingly well as a company, and they don't probably need to expand to Korean. When you think about the fact that they're grading so many cards, and it's excluding other languages currently, probably not a race for them, but yeah, I think they're doing well. Now, what we got? Hollow. 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 Here's a Dawn card. Okay. There's our Dawn card. Very nice. And hollow. All right. That's box number 2. What was the hit in that box? Oh, it was the guy with the blade arms. All right. Next box. Boop. Wi-Fi 6 has longer range and less congestion. I wouldn't say fiber is a downgrade because there's more upgradability and it's more future-proof. Yeah, that's what it is. So we got fiber internet. Here's the crazy part. We were paying $120 a month with Spectrum. And this is $90 a month. So it's now fiber internet, and it's $30 a month cheaper. I got their best internet that they offered. It is. On paper, it seems like it's actually less internet. But the guy was explaining that for what we were doing, we weren't even using all of what Spectrum was offering. It didn't matter. He said my devices wouldn't have even used internet that way. That's what he was saying anyways. I probably agree with them. Okay, snipping this. Good. Big one-piece order, guys. What are your internet speeds? We posted it in our Discord server. You can go over there and take a look at the results. Just got to scroll up. I ordered the new iPhone 17 Pro Max. So we're getting that in the mail. And then that'll be the new streaming camera. So we're going to have an upgrade to our streaming as well. Here's this. Here's this. I got a new Nintendo Switch controller. It's a lenticular Gengar Pikachu. What? There you are. All right. All right, Perona. There's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Oh, wow, that looks cool, man. Alt art. That looks really neat. Okay. That's Crocodile, right? Tell me if I'm wrong. I'm still learning some of their names. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. This music sounds really crazy. Wow, you can go through these so fast when you don't have to pull the individual hollows out. Oops. Okay. Snipping this. Did you hear that the whole 1,100 episodes was just a season 1 for One Piece? Yeah, I did actually. I did hear that. I heard that they're ending season 1 or something. It's really funny. All right. There we go. There we go. Okay. Snipping this. I'm actually loving the daytime stream. You're like in this time slot, basically. It is. Yeah, you know, the nighttime stream is probably pretty hard for some people to access. If you think about it, you had to stay up to these excruciating hours. So, all right. Oh, right, that's a hollow. 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 This SR. Here's an SR. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Hollow. I think it would still be cool to kind of expand our channel to like include like a sports guy. And he did all sports cards for us all the time. Here's a hollow. But he did it under like our brand or something. Hollow. Oh, Nami. Look at that Nami. Very nice. No more late night streams. Instead, you're doing morning. That's the goal. The morning stream will be 2 hours long unless the orders make it overrun. There we go. It would take 16 to 19 days straight to watch all of One Piece. That's not much. 16 to 19 days. Sounds like I could watch every episode and be an expert. Upgrade the quality of the stream from 1080p to 1440. Does nobody want one of Sonic's chili dogs? I know somebody who wants a chili dog, and his name is Will Byers. You can catch up if you watch 3 episodes a day. Whew, I probably ought to. You know, when I sell this much of this product, it kind of tells me I should probably watch the show, just because why would I not know what I'm selling, you know? All right, there we go. Okay. Ready? Let's snip this. And this. I watched the Netflix special, so I got that at least. I had a much better idea of what the show's like after that. The concept. Okay. Still looking for that manga. Okay, there we go. Has anyone actually ever bought your football packs? Yeah. We sell through our sports packs all the time. We run out of them and then I have to restock them. And I don't restock them very often, but we restock them and then we sell out again. Here's another Dawn. That's 50 to 63 days if you treat it like a full-time job. It's like 2 months. Okay. Here's a Nami. I think it'd be pretty painful to watch that many of the same thing for so long. I caught up on One Piece by watching on every plane ride this year. Yeah. It's a lot of plane rides. That's what I was about to say. Here. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Here's an SR. Here's a hollow. Here's an SR. Okay, there's a hollow. We're looking for that manga, everybody. The Netflix live action is poo-poo. Oh, okay, so you didn't like it. I felt like it introduced the characters really well, though, like the concept of the characters. Like, you get a sense of what the show's about, right? You get a sense that Luffy's sort of this, he's a leadership type, right? Ambitious. He's a certain type of leadership type where he's sort of very encouraging. We are. All right. Nami's a little thief, traumatized thief, turned good guy. You know, Luffy's got his friends. They got a couple bad guys. They're pirates, etc. There we go. I'm new here. Hey, mister, what you doing for New Year? It's a new guy. He's completely new. Hey, what's up, JGMSIK? For New Year, playing games, opening cards. I don't know. Karis and I are playing a lot of Terraria lately. There it is. You know what you could do instead? Watch one of those anime recap YouTubers who made one on One Piece. Ah, that's clever. There you go. That's what I do when I just want to know what happened in anime all in one video. You know, I watched something like that for the Pokemon manga, the original Pokemon manga. And I learned so much about Pokemon so fast. It makes me realize there was like a whole kind of like story and style to it before Ash and Pikachu. There we go. Which kind of came later, if you think about it. Ash and Pikachu came much later. First, it was the manga and the video game. Right? In the video game, you're not Ash. You're Trainer Red. And Trainer Blue is Gary. There we go. All right, let's get started. Here's another Dawn card. I love the Beyblade. You play Beyblade? Here's, what are you, nerd? This guy's a freaking nerd over here. Here's a hollow. A hollow. An SR. Hollow. 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 Shanks. Ba-doop. I have thought of hiring an assistant. There we go. Or you know what you could do instead? Watch one of those anime recaps. Already read that. Okay. Here's, aha, Trafalgar Law. Very nice. Okay, Trafalgar Law. Hollow. hollow, 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 oops, hollow, 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 SR, and hollow. Sweet. They have a card set released in 2003. Beyblade 10 times better than Pokemon. What? Mods! All right. There we go. Let's toss this way over here. Very nice. He's speaking blasphemy. He is blasphemed. Okay. Mr. Never Let It Rip, and it shows. There it goes. Very good. Here's a snip. All right. Here's a snip. Okay. Snip of this. All right. And did you order a whole case? He did order a whole case. And then I stopped it early. And now we're finishing the rest of it. Ooh. Very nice. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Oh, cool. I'm feeling very Japanese right now. Feudal. Dung, 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 dung. We need like that drum sound. Ooh. I've decided to only buy mangas and hits and tens from now on. Ripping packs and chasing is too expensive. Well, I mean, it probably averages out. But that's a great question. On average, is it better to buy the slab or is it better to open up the packs? And that's a tricky question. The truth is, if you took all of the pulls from the packs and got all of them properly graded and got them all properly listed and shipped everything out properly, you probably do okay opening up. It probably gets pretty close to the same price as just buying the PSA 10. Oops. There we go. Hollow. Hollow. I identify as offended. We're going to send you to the Leering Center, Mr. Patrick. Time to get educated. Okay. I order most mangas after opening a case or two. There we go. Scoopy doopy doopy doopy. Scooby Buns. All right, we jumped over to Pokemon. Pokemon. Per my math, it doesn't need even out, but I also collect 3 card games, so that's my math. Let's snip this. All right. I think for people who want to just like optimize investment, it takes a lot of the fun out of the hobby just to optimize investments, in my opinion. That's a problem. So it's like, I don't think that collecting is strictly like just a financial calculation, because if it was, well, you might as well just go buy like NVIDIA or something, you know, and then just close your Robinhood app and walk away and go do something that you actually enjoy, right? In the end, the reason people open packs is because this is what they enjoy. You know, when the finances are put aside, when you're not working on your finances, like investing is a part of your finances. What are you trying to do when you're actually having fun? Here it is. Aha. Don Flamingo. Here's this lady with the hat. Here's a hollow. So if you treat it strictly as an investment, well, then you just enjoy investing. That's what you enjoy. And nothing wrong with that. But of course, What happens when you're actually done investing? Let's say you've got all the money now. What do you do then? You got to spend it or die. Die having not spent it, which I suppose your inheritors will not mind. They'd be like, oh, good. Grandpa Stinky left me all his stuff. But what if I were to ask you, what do you actually like spending your money on for fun, not for investment? How do you have fun? Some people might answer going out. Some people might answer vacation. They might answer like video games. I don't know. And somewhere on that list for many people, it's going to be, well, let's open some cards for fun. See if I can pull a big hit or something. It is. All right. That's going to be on the list of things that you can do with your money, not to make money, but just to have fun. It is. For fun, I'd rip some vintage. That's right. All right. What is modern other than tomorrow's vintage? This will be vintage. You just got to give it some time. Okay, that's true. All the modern cards today will be vintage tomorrow. Takes a while, but I mean, look at Evolving Skies. I see people spending $55 a pack to open Evolving Skies with me now. So, used to be modern, now it's vintage. Priced like vintage anyways, not quite vintage. XY was not so vintage when I got started in 2019, XY Euro. Now it is. Now it's like over 10 years old. People pay crazy prices to get into that now. You know, and it takes a while for people to accept that even, but it's like they do because the prices aren't changing. They're not getting way cheaper all of a sudden. There we go. Today's moderns, tomorrow's vintage. Could I have some tips to become an eBay seller? Yeah. Have a shipping station. Get cheap supply for shipping, you know, try to find a cheap way to ship, but make sure you protect the person's goods. I mean, what's your question? Are you having trouble on eBay? Are you wondering what to sell? The trick for buying and selling is to buy high and sell low so that you gradually lose money. Here we are. There we go. Oh, crazy guy. Yeah, like what do I sell? Yeah, I mean, that's a problem for a lot of people is what do you sell? You basically have to find something that is like underpriced. And then when you put it onto eBay, you can sell it for a much higher price. That's it, right? And the question is, what is that? And that will become increasingly difficult over time because AI will actually figure that stuff out rapidly. And so there will be nothing left over that hasn't already been looked over. So it's not that easy to just kind of go out into the world and suddenly make a big flip because everyone, A, already wants to do it, and B, technology is figuring that stuff out for business entrepreneurs ahead of time. And so you're trying to compete against guys who they're using bots and stuff, like the bots to pre-order Pokemon cards, that kind of stuff. So if you want to get serious about it, you actually need to ask yourself, what tools do I need? So you need tools and you need new skills to become a online flipper, which is basically all you are on eBay. Now, you could become an artisan. That's where you make something. So you take raw materials, you make something, and then sell it. So you've changed it first, using some kind of skill that takes time and effort and intelligence, like the Swiss watchmakers. They don't run big businesses, but they get paid a lot of money anyways. All right, 8 boxes of Weiss Nikkei. I shall return. I'll be right back. All right, we got 8 boxes of Weiss Nikkei, the fresh case of Weiss Nikkei. Okay. The cool part about these is that they are first edition. There we go. What is better for profit while having fun? Fun, huh? If you're looking to have fun, go play some video games. If you want to make money, it actually comes down to doing the things that no one else wants to do. That's what money making really is all about. We are. Ooh. A lot of people don't understand that about money. You don't get paid to do the things that everybody wants to do. You get paid for doing what everyone else doesn't want to do. That's why it pays money. It pays money because no one else can do it or no one else will do it. That's why it pays money. Someone has to give you money to do that thing. Like scooping dog poop off the floor, cleaning up a dirty bathroom. There it is. Now, that's things people don't want to do. There's another sector called things people can't do. So you can't quickly mimic me as a card shop. I've been doing this for 7 long years, super consistent, built up a brand. So you can't just become me tomorrow, but you can start. But it takes years of dedication and commitment. And so you better be somebody who just loves what you're working on so passionately that you show up to work on your own every single day for the rest of your life. And then people go, okay, this is the guy. I'm going to do work with him because he's always doing this. So you build a brand, you build a reputation. People know that you honor your work and all that. So you can't copy that very rapidly. So yeah, I mean, having fun's not the question. It's more like, what are you going to grind on? What are you going to, that doesn't sound right. What are you going to spend all your life working on? So you got to choose that, and you better not be wrong about it. You better be ready to work like mad, you know? You better be ready to go the extra mile, because that's the person people want to do business with, the crazy person. Ooh. So here we are. A lot of alt arts. Leader card, alt art, Nami. Probably a really nice card. This Nami card probably is profitable. Leader card and Golden Dawn. Okay, so no manga in that case. Thank you for the experiment. Let's get these Weiss cards open now. We got these. That is a lot of money right there, guys. This is a really lovely box. I'm a mobile dog groomer. Not many people can do this job. I've been in business 18 years, pays good money. Exactly, like, you know, the better clue is, what can you do better than other people? Number one, sometimes we're inclined to certain kinds of work. Like, I talk a lot. So I ended up, that's good if you want to do journalism, if you want to do content creation, if you want to do live streaming, if you want to be a radio host, if you want to be a salesman. Talking a lot is a good skill for those things. Maybe you like to build stuff. Maybe you like to measure and work with your hands. Maybe you like to drive, which is a real job. Driving's a real job. Maybe, you know, like being a pilot. Maybe you like physics and math. Maybe you like medicine. Maybe you like, you know, taking care of people. Maybe you like serving food. Whatever it is you like, you better figure out what it is, and then just go throw yourself into it and start working on it real hard. That's the trick. What do I do better that other people don't do as well as I do? All right, John Lucas. So look for the thing you tend to do better, and look for the thing that you tend to stick with. You know, that's a big sign. If it's a kind of work that you can do every day and you don't give up on it too quickly, that's a really big sign. Here's your box, John Lucas. We're going to pop these in here. Okay. John Lucas box. Now we got some Weiss Nikkei. This is an $800 order. Run the trade real quick, mister. Yeah, let's run the trade break. Let's take a quick run on this trade break. Give me a second here. Gabriel Gallegos, he got the last 2 spots in here. Trade breaks are very simple. There's no custom booster packs. We just pull a name off the top. Or nothing, because I'm painfully average. Checkmate economists. It is. It's okay to be average. I honestly think I'm average at a lot of things, but I'm more like very determined. So I'm ambitious. I have a desire to keep going. Kind of like being addicted to playing a video game. But I'm not like, when I went to school, I was basically like a B or C student most of the time. Very rarely did I get A's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Life turned out okay for me. It didn't matter. IQ was probably not the deciding factor for my success. It was probably just obsession. Obsession. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here goes, guys. Please donate. I don't have Pokemon cards, please. All right, I'm donating to the sick children. I'm donating to the Leering Center. What's the height with Dark Raiders? All right. Okay. I learned a lot about running an eBay shop from my dad when I was a kid. We were really poor. mega poor, 11 children, all with the same 2 parents, and there just wasn't enough money, and he ran a home business, and he ran it on eBay, which was fairly new back then, brand new. And I learned how to do eBay from him, and then I ran an eBay shop when I left home. Give me a number. I learned how to do eBay. I sold graphic t-shirts and clearance items from Target and all kinds of stuff. Can I join your Leering Center, please, bro? 1, 2, 3. Welcome to the Leering Center. Are you ready? Going to the Legend of Debt. Hey, that was that Empoleon, the Piplup he traded in. All right, Legend of Debt. Sorry, Mr. Gabriel. Oh, yeah, major dubs. Pretty cool. So you traded that little birdie into a slab. So that's the power of the trade slab, can do that. And now we need a new trade slab. Let's see what we got. I think this one's actually pretty cool. So this one's a 10, and it's actually, this is a Shinji Kanda. That's why I graded it. And so it's a Japanese Shinji Kanda drawing. It's only 35. It's actually really cheap. It's going to be a $5 trade as well. This one's actually a 10 too, so it's kind of fun that way. They're not always 10s. The new trade slab. Okay. My nap overrunneth. What? Okay. Now, we're jumping right back to Mr. Lucas. John Lucas. He's got a big order. 8 boxes of Nikkei. Let's get it started, everybody. 8 boxes. Okay. I want in. Oh, for the Slither Wing. Oops. Very good. All right. There we go. The trade rate for the Slitherwing will be very different than the Moltres. Slitherwing's actually a little bit better of a trade. Just snipping this. We did a really nice value on the Piplup last time to help that Moltres finish quickly. Okay. That's box number 1. Just finished work. Yes, you're still alive. Ta-da! I'm still alive. Here's a hollow. So these are not just nice Weiss Nikkei cards, but they're also first edition, which is really nice. It's nice and it's Weiss. Okay. All right. Large-breasted girl. I think this is the last order of the daytime. So this stream can run overtime. It's not a big deal. It's not like as strict as the dinner time stream. The dinner time stream actually cuts into my free time with Karis. This stream does not. She's at work and we're just hanging out. You and I are just hanging out. She's at work. She won't be off until 5 p.m. So this one can actually run over if the number of orders justify it. Here's a hollow. So for example, we're going to run over for this order. Whoa, holy thigh gap. Hold on, let me get you guys the zoom. Oh baby, whew, very sexy. Okay. Holy. Mister, this year has been productive thanks to your motivational talk throughout the past 2 years. Well, I'm glad I can share some of that with you because I've found that that's true for the people I hang out around. Like, I know it helps Karis a lot as well. You know, she's got a tough job, and I think that that's what they say, don't they? When you hear about people talking about choose your friends, they say if you're surrounded by successful hard worker types, you become a successful hard worker type. Just for hanging around them, because they leave an impression or something. It's like a social thing, I don't know. And then if instead your whole friend group is just people who are sort of like bumming about, doing drugs, you'll become a bum and you'll do drugs. So it's kind of like one of those, isn't it? It's good to have people in your life who make you feel like getting up and being productive. You turn on some music, turn on the news, and start thinking about what you want in life, you know. I find music helps a lot too. So you can be around people who are productive. You can also turn on music that makes you feel productive. There we go. All right. Yeah, the more productive you are, the more you get. So you get to have more money, you get to have a bigger home. And this, of course, impresses everybody around you. So you get a better chance of having a nice girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever. And so everything just works out in life when you're just working hard. All your problems just kind of melt away. All right. I know that for a fact because I came from a very bad situation. And the solution? Making a lot of money. You just, even if you're at a bad paying job, if you work a bad paying job 60 hours a week, it's a surprising amount of money. You go, oh, this isn't so bad. So even a bad paying job, if you're picking up 60 hours a week, that'll be enough money to solve most of your problems. Maybe not 100% of all problems. Here it is. Baby metal is productive, is it? Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Okay. Yeah, let's say you're working around minimum wage, but you're picking up 60 hours a week. you're making more money than someone working minimum wage who only works 30 hours a week. You're making like double their income. You're like two people. I like this non-hollow. It's a sexy one. Okay, here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Love all the old CD promos. We got a hollow. Look at that. Damn, dude. How do you sign up for girlfriends that look like this? That's crazy looking, man. All right. That's it. We need to start making Gooner games, guys. There's money in the Gooner game industry. Here's our goal. Make the best Gooner game and then turn it into a card set. Want to wish everyone a happy and safe New Year's. You too, man. Here's Showtime Blaine. Is that her name? Oh, Blanc. I was going to say Blaine sounds like a guy's name. Okay. All right. So far, no Siggies. Wait, one last pack out of this box. We're looking for Siggies, golden signature cards. Is there a particular signature card that goes for a lot more money than the others? Oh, what happened? I just lost the chat. There it is. Okay. So, let's grab this. Okay. Oops. 18 months. Oh, wait. This is an old message. What the hell? Tossing that. All right. Okay. What grade did my tag Mothman get? The return in Discord did not show the grade. It says Instagibbous. Hey, how's it going, Mr. Instagibbous? Mothman, huh? I actually don't remember. You should start accepting trades for store credit on high enough value cards. I'm open-minded to that. You guys could do that anytime you wanted to. Yeah, you guys, if you're ever wanting to turn in your cards for store credit, I'm open-minded to that. We just have a trade slab to make things easier. Ugh. My package is on your porch, mister. Do you think we'll have time to do pre-grades? Maybe. We are. Let's see. You sent in an order for pre-grades, right? So I might be able to do that. Here we are. The thing with trades is that he's got to get them at like 40 to 60 to make a profit. It's complex. I can do better than 40, 60, but it depends on the card. And then there's some cards that I just don't want at all. Like I just don't want them. And so yeah, it's like I'm trying to escape them, not spend anything on them. Very nice. I want to trade my slab for store credit. Yeah, which one? The slabs that we were talking about shipping? And they're under the name Cash Flow, is that right? Here's a hollow. Okay. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Yeah, I'm definitely interested in trades. They just take a little more effort than usual, you know? Okay, here's a hollow. Do you remember what cards they were? a hollow. I'm asking because I'm wondering if I'm interested in the trade. Here it is. Here's... Wow. Okay, signature number 1. Laplace Buster Laplace. All right. Hopefully another signature. I actually don't think this is a top Siggy in this set. I think we've seen this before. Signature number 1. Laplace. It's understandable. There's a variable to it, like you said. Easier said than done. Yeah, like there's kind of like a hidden value to a card. And it might be called something like sales velocity or something like that. Like how fast does a card really sell? And when a card has a very low sales velocity to the point where it's like you're almost guaranteed going to have to list it on eBay, I'm not quite as interested. And then when a card has a very high sales velocity, you're going to get a very fair deal out of that. So it really depends on what it is you're dealing with. They turned famous mathematician Laplace into a waifu with a gun with, man. There you go. That's why I recognized that name. Laplace was a mathematician. I believe there's some Mario and Halo, if I'm not mistaken. So you've got Halo cards and you got Mario cards. There we are. Tossing that. Okay. Okay. How many boxes we got left? We're about halfway done. So far, 1 Siggy. So far, 1 Siggy. Okay, snip of that. Snip of this. I'm really surprised at how busy the morning stream is. I mean, it's plenty busy. Okay. This sort of reminds me on how the daytime stream in the past, you know, the one around 5 p.m., how it became sort of like a 2-hour stream. Because I already knew that I was going to spend like 4 hours in the nighttime, so I wasn't looking to pick up that much work around that time period. Whoa. Konnichiwa. Oh, my God. Okay. Good. Here's a hollow. It's a good time for all of us that work from home or at a desk. Nice. Here's a hollow. Okay. Yeah, middle of the night is pretty rough, I guess. It was rough on me too, and we were just roughing it. Here's a hollow. Oh, look at this lady. She's looking all like black and white. Okay. Okay, here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. I can take the Halo, but you can make an offer on the Mario. So, in particular for Mario cards, I don't think my demand would be very high for that. Here's. Whoa! All right. 2 bunny girls. Here's a hollow. And here's some more hollows. When I sent in orders, I would always do it before bed. Haha, never stayed up for it. Yeah, I was just thinking about that. I was just thinking you were never usually here for the actual stream. So this might actually be an improvement. Holy Gooner cards. Holy. Okay. Double the goon. Triple it. Goon, that's one of those new words, you know. That and slop. Slop is another word. You guys heard that one? Everyone's saying that these days. It's really funny. Yes. All right. That word's caught on really heavily. Snipping this. All right. I can see why his opening boxes of this. Yes. Well, this is one of the most popular products has been Weiss Schwarz. Okay. All right. Here's a hollow. Ooh. Hey, mister, I got home early from work today, so I'm usually not on in this time of day. Is this a random stream or is this a normal time of day? This is a normal time of day now. There's no more nighttime stream, and this is a normal time of day for us now. We're not even doing bad. Look, we got 82 viewers. That's pretty standard. I mean, that's about what we were getting at night. So It's almost like nothing's changed except the time's shifted over. We are. Ooh, look at that. Lovely. Okay. Here's a hollow. Free Palestine. I don't know what's going on over there in Palestine anymore. I know that Trump just bombed Venezuela. So he's like, here you go, Venezuela. He blew up like their ports or something. So it's like an attack on their logistical chain, right? For being able to sell oil. He's like, you're not going to sell any more oil. Here's a full art. Ooh. Very nice. It's the night stream replacement. Yeah, this replaces the nighttime stream. The morning stream does. And I go to bed at like 10 or 11 p.m. now and wake up at like 7 a.m. like a normal person. 7 or 8. Yes. Here it is. I heard it was some kind of boat or shipping dock area. Very nice. It is. All right. Wow, that's a lot of Weiss hollows. I'll go ahead and put this in a bag. Ministers, doctors, please. Dude, I'm like getting sunlight just sitting here. Like the sun's shining through the window. Okay. It's pretty crazy. It's a great feeling, by the way. You know how nice it is to like wake up when the sun is up and to go to sleep when the sun is down? I mean, it's pretty good. It's almost a weird feeling to be awake at the right time and asleep at the right time. Your body's much happier, in my opinion. It just feels right. Like you have to trick when you're going to sleep in the daytime, which is what I used to do. I used to go to sleep at 8 a.m. When you're going to sleep in the daytime, you basically have to trick your body into thinking it's night. There you go. I don't think my parents like me buying this card. Sorry. Yeah? They don't have to know. Your parents don't want you buying the girl cards. Your father probably does. Your mom probably doesn't. If I had a son, he's like, ooh, I like these hot girls. I'd be like, I'm proud of you, son. It is. There you go. All right. All right. Very nice. Proud of you, son. I'm getting you a French maid for Christmas. Yeah, you ready? Do you have any Tyranitar Sableye for me to buy? Tyranitar Sableye. That's a very nice card from the Unified Minds collection. But, you know, it's actually one of the only Tyranitars that I myself have not purchased. There they are. My money goes toward vintage Tyranitars. Unified Minds Tyranitar is so expensive. Yes. Very nice. Okay. We have very different buying patterns, Mr. Louis. You're after those standard English cards. There it is. It's funny because those don't make you as much money, in my opinion. That's why I don't go after them as much. Here's, oh yeah. Those tend to be overpriced already. I look for where the opportunity is. This lady here. Okay. Those go up in price slower, and they tend to already be priced really high. Here's cute pink-haired girl. All right. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Very good. Here's, oops, a hollow. How much for you to send in one of my cards to PSA? $40. Yeah, that's a middleman grading to PSA. I do all the work and the shipping and the return shipping, and it's a really fun, nice thing to be part of a group submission. This, here it is. Here it is. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Okay, here's a hollow. Hopefully we get the September PSA submission back soon. Nope, it's not even close. Could be 4 months from now. September submission is... Well, wait, maybe I need to look into it again. One of them's not even close. One of them's making no progress. Maybe the September submission is making progress. PSA right now is very, very bad. PSA is clearly slowed down from where it was. Next box, we're looking for another signature to pop out. PSA wait times are painfully slow. Let's go, vertical stream. That's right. We'll have a horizontal stream for the let's call it the dinner time stream, shall we? This can be the lunchtime stream, and the other one can be the dinner time stream. How about that? How does that sound? If they have no reason to go faster. Yes. I need to yeah, they're really slow, man. Any siggies yet? We've got so far one signature. We're looking for a bigger signature to come out though. Okay. And there we go. Very nice. For those of you watching who might be interested in these are first edition Weiss Nikkei packs. Not to be confused with the reprints. The reprints have silver signatures, whereas the first edition has golden signatures. A really big difference between them. It is, ooh, people always prefer the gold. Okay, cat girl, meow. All right. No reprint for Nikkei yet, though. Oh, it's that a fact? I didn't know that. Peanut butter and onion sandwich. I don't keep up with that kind of stuff. I kind of would assume it would have been reprinted. They got your cards and money already. Lol, there's no rush for them. Here, oops, here's a hollow. Excuse me. Got a little cough here. I gotta have a drink of water here. Here's a crazy healer-looking character. I can just tell from looking at it she's a healer. She's the pirate girl. She's the captain. I'm the captain now. And, okay, we got the twins. The bunny girls, I mean. Here's red-headed girl. People with red hair are extremely rare genetically. Did you guys know that? Having like blue eyes and green eyes is like super, super, super rare. Just a tiny, tiny percentage of the world population has those eye colors. And then it's the same for blonde hair and for red hair. Just extremely rare. There we are. Very nice. From a genetic data point of view, it's extremely rare. There we go. All right. Last but not least. Okay. That's a subject that fascinates me a lot because in the future, over time, it's possible that red hair is gone or that blonde hair, natural blonde hair is gone. That's possible unless people who have blonde hair and blue eyes make a conscious decision to maybe like protect the gene, or a government program does that. Here it is. Very nice. What happens if you have red hair and blue eyes? I don't know. I don't have the blonde hair or the red hair. I have brown hair. And then I've got bluish eyes. Bluish or greenish or somewhere in the middle. Let's snip this. And we'll snip this. So I got the blue eye trait, but not the blonde hair trait. I have red hair and blue eyes. What? All right, Zach, we're signing you up. We got to get you out there to the fertility clinic or something. All right, ready? Here's a hollow. No, that kind of stuff's very fascinating, right? Humans tend to value things as they become more rare, right? And so certain genetic traits, like blonde hair, for example. I think blonde hair is pretty popular. And then it happens to also be really rare. You know, I wonder if there will be a premium on, you know, fertility donations. Very nice. DNA donations of that type. The kind of stuff I'm very interested in. Because it's like, imagine you're just born with a certain genetic, whatever, like hair color. And then you can sell your DNA to a fertility clinic. Whew. Oh, here we go. That's a nice card. Talk about a nice gig is what I'm saying. Imagine all you got to do is have a date with the little cup and you're paying your mortgage off. RR Plus. Ooh. Very nice RR Plus card. It is. Very nice. There we go. Hello, what is your new stream schedule time? Hello, Mr. Uncommon Unk. This is it. You're looking at it. This is the new stream time. We go live in the morning, and we're going to go live in the afternoon. 2 streams per day. All right. But I mean, imagine you're born with like blue eyes, blonde hair, and tall, and then all you got to do is jerk it into a cup, and some clinic, some fertility clinic pays you like thousands of dollars over time to do that. Isn't that a crazy idea? Just because your DNA is more rare. But also imagine another scenario where that becomes like extinct. What do you guys think of that? Would you guys be chill with that? Would that be good? Or would you say that that's a bad thing? I think it's a bad thing, pretty obviously. All right, that's it. That is it. Your very last big pull is the triple R card. So out of 8 boxes, we got 2 major pulls. We got this Siggy Laplace. We got the triple R plus Bunny Girls, which I would bet the Bunny Girls are more valuable than the Laplace signature, just because they're the Bunny Girls. Yeah, I actually think this card right here should be pretty desirable. It's very sexy. I imagine these 2 characters are very popular. So I think this is the money card right here. Okay. You made 2 sources of income while your family were rural for future generation. At what time is the next stream? So the next stream should start in about 3.5 hours. Well, it might be less than 3.5 if I keep streaming right now. You are. I guess if we had an extremely busy day, they could even run into each other, couldn't they? That would be tough. That'd be like an all-day stream. That'd be like an 8-hour stream. All right, there we go. So you got all your promos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Notably, look, 8 promos, and only one of them was this Gooner card. So there's your 8 boxes. 2 major hits. Lots of these cute full arts. Okay. And then, and a couple more of these over here. Nice. I like this cat girl. Is she a cat? Very sexy. Very nice. Can I get in the trade, please? So for another Piplup, I would do a $5 spot for the current Slitherwing. So remember, what I'm sort of doing in a trade is I'm sort of buying those Piplups. I spent $15 on an ungraded Korean Piplup. That's too much. But it had to do a lot with the Moltres. That Moltres is a hard-to-move slab. This is a Shinji Kanda 10. He's not a hard-to-move slab. He's actually has a quality card. And so it's sort of, things shift a bit. So on this round, you could do either the Piplup or the Flygon, and they would be a $5 trade, and you'd get 1 spot in here if you'd like to do those. All right, so let's see. Very nice. Good. I'm back, says Mr. Albert Austin. Whew, we just finished the Weiss Nikkei order. That was John Lucas, $800 order. Wow-wee. That was a lot. Thank you so much, John. Move these around real fast. Holy, man. You get some bounty spots for sure. Signature, triple R. Let's just get you 1 for 1 piece. You got a gold Dawn out of 1 piece. Let's count that as well. So you get 3 spots in the bounty. Oh, and we need 1 for the guy who pulled the box. There we go. So this is Edward Cornelio. And then this is John Lucas. John Lucas. Gotta get you in there. John Lucas. And honestly, we need to get Miss Alexandra in as well, because she pulled a numbered card. Okay, so a couple bounty spots handed out today. Have you sold your cards via PSA Vault eBay account? I've done that before. It's pretty useful for strange cards, I find. Cards that are not going to sell up here on the table. And then, you know, my other thoughts are I could just list them myself from my own eBay channel, so that's not a problem. But I think that sometimes the PSA brand helps sell weird cards. Like people see it being sold by PSA itself, and they go, okay, well, this is real. PSA's selling it, you know. Mr. Pat Gibbs says 6 pre-grades. It says my package was delivered to your front porch this morning. So it's 12:30. meaning we're 30 minutes past the stream. Technically, the stream time is guaranteed 2 hours. Let me see what's in the queue real fast. We do have an order here for Mr. NHCC. He says 2 of the English Nikkeis. All right, let me get those real fast for you, Mr. NHCC. Wait a second. Do I already have an open bag of these? I don't care. Let's just open another bag. That's true. I can ask people to buy all my slabs that never sell. Yeah. Well, they won't guaranteed sell. You have to lower their price down to a point that people will buy them. Even if you post them to PSA, people will still shop, you know, with sort of like a, okay, here's what I'm really willing to pay for this item perspective. There we go. I'm not used to these stream times. Says Party Up Games. Yeah. Now this is a lunchtime stream. Can I trade my cards for store credit? Yes. Do you know what the Flygon would be worth if it got graded PSA 10? So if it officially got a PSA 10, it might be worth like 30 to 50 bucks ish. And remember, there's a cost to the grading as well, right? So you'd pay the grading, and then it might sell for that range, maybe. It's a, don't forget this, it's a Korean card. So it's in competition with a lot of Japanese cards. All right. So NHCC, let's get this open for you real quick. Open this. All right. Can I trade my cards in for store credit? So if you're wanting actual store credit and not just money for the trade becomes much harsher. So for the Piplup and the Flygon, I would probably offer $2 each for those. You're talking about a very different scenario at that point. Here we go. Now you can take that money and order fresh booster packs, which is like pretty close to cash. Mr. NHCC, nothing crazy popping out of there. You do get the promo. This box is kind of full. What about my slab? What about your slab? Would that be the Moltres? So you pulled a Moltres out of there, and I'd be willing to do, it was a Moltres 9, I'd be willing to do $7 for that Moltres. This, all right. Here's Nidoking, here's Charmander, and here is Nintendo Mario. Always love going deeper. Let's do 8 more boxes of Weiss Schwarz. Do I do it, or do I do I hold off to the next stream is the question. Let me see. We also have a Mr. Jaded order. Jaded said, I want to join the trade break for Shinji Kanda. Please go through my cards and select only Pokemon cards to trade. Let me do that real fast. Mr. Jaded. Which box would you end up being in? You'd end up in this box. All right, Mr. Jaded. Only Pokemon. Just wait. I'm fine with that, Mr. VR. The question is, how late do I want the morning time stream to run? So you got some Korean cards here. Lots of Nikkei. Lots of nice Nikkei cards. The Shinji Kanda break is a little nicer than usual. So the trade is closer to a 1-to-1 kind of trade. Okay, you got some more Korean Pokemons. You got a couple of these guys. Got a couple more Korean cards. All right, so I could offer you a spot in the break for... These don't even have any value to me at all. These two right here. The Yamper and the Ambipom, they're just not good enough. Like, so I would not grade this, and I would not grade that. I can't make you an offer based on what's in your bag. You could donate those items to me, and I still wouldn't grade them. Here it is. All right. There it is. Do PSA grades those Mario Silver poker cards? Yes, I've already done it. Can I trade my Flygon and junk cards for a spot in the trade? The Flygon. So the Flygon will be 1 spot in that trade. This Legend of Debt. Okay. Oops. Let's see. Okay. The Legend of Debt. The Leo Debt. And the Ice Fella, too. There we are. one spot in there. That's going to be one. So you want to give up both the Flygon and the Ice Piplup. I'm gonna decline the Piplup. We'll take the Flygon this time. I think I have to rethink the Korean cards. You know, for the price I'm trading them in at, I might as well just open a whole box of them for myself. They're that cheap. So I think I'm overpaying for those. I gotta stop with the Korean cards. The Korean cards are meant to be cheaper. So we'll accept that one trade. There it is. Okay, Shinji Kanda. He's a nice card, isn't it? Pat Gibbs says he wants to do a pre-grade on his cards. I'll be right back. Let's go grab those. All right, I'm back. Looks like we just received 4 fresh cases of Mega Dream. Now, Mr. Pat, I just got these. The way you shipped them, I gotta say, it's pretty dangerous. I wouldn't ship them that way. You ship them in an envelope. Look at this. See how he's kind of peeking out of the sleeve already? That's why I don't like top loaders. Yeah, be careful, okay? The envelope system, not a good system. Okay, so you want 6 pre-grades. Here goes. I'm assuming all these. All right, yes. How many spots left in the trade slab? My daughter would like a spot. There are 6 spots left, and you can also just purchase a spot, by the way. They're $5 if you'd like to buy a spot. Okay. 6 of these. Ready? I have some football slabs I could send in. You got football, huh? That'd be funny to sell. Oh, she's holographic on one side. Oh, I don't like handling these. Okay, I don't like this corner here, and I don't like the edge up here. Otherwise, pretty good. So, the problem with the edge, you will notice the edge is, it kind of runs like with the lip here, and then it just stops right there. But your bigger problem is actually this guy right here is a bad corner. That corner is going to give you a 9. So this card, I would say probably in the 9 range. You're not allowed to have a bad corner on a pointy card, square cut card. You guys don't appreciate the Topps Pokemon enough. Maybe their artwork isn't enticing enough to spend a lot of money on them. But if you're just curious about how hard they are to grade, they're just about impossible to grade 10. See, these Pokemon have nice round corners. Your odds of them grading 10 are way higher. Topps Pokemon are almost impossible to grade 10. All right, English. Slightly thinner on the top than the bottom. It's by like a hair, though. Meaning don't bother with BGS. Same with the surface right here isn't very good. I don't know what that is. BGS would catch that. I don't know if that'll get past PSA. It might get past PSA. So it looks to me like a 9.5 plus or a 10 minus. I would say a 10 minus. I'm leaning toward 10 minus on this one. So it has a surface flaw on the back. Is there an address I can send my cards to? Where do I find it? So if you're serious about mailing in cards, we might want to negotiate their value before you send them in, so you don't waste any money sending them in. Because I don't normally sell football cards, so I can't imagine being able to offer much for them, but I could potentially consign them for you on the table. But recently I've learned I don't like consigning cards that don't sell very easily. So there's a very yucky edge on the top. Are these printed in Italy by chance? No, they're produced in the United States. So again, I'm very uncomfortable with the corners here. Like this corner kind of bends in, and then this corner has a bit of fluff on it, and I don't like this corner on the back is almost slightly darker. I'm a little nervous about this one. This one's nicer than the last one. It doesn't have as obvious of a flaw, but it's just overall with the wavy edges and then slightly imperfect corners. I'll give this one a solid 9.5. Okay. One's a 9.5. It's like maybe it's a 10. Okay. Pat Gibbs. Off left to right. Oh, right. We weren't checking centering, were we? They're kind of asymmetrical. I don't know about the centering, to be honest with you. I don't know how PSA is deciding the centering on these. So there's some edge wear here. Okay, you can see the whiting there. Just because it's not a Pokemon card doesn't mean that that white edging won't be enough to cause it to lose a point. You can see that the corner curves in. This guy's print line's right here. It's over. So he's less. He's a 9 or less. I'm gonna say 9 minus. Okay. He has print lines by his waist, 2 of them. Okay. All right. And now we've got these 2 cards left. Here's the cat. Let's go looking for those print lines again. Yeah, I don't like that. The edge on the card itself is so bad. I, once again, don't like the edges. This one has an impression on the back of the card that will probably stop it from getting a 10 right there. So I don't know what that is, but I think that PSA, if they detect it, it will immediately become a 9, which you can pretty much just assume they won't make a mistake on it. Okay, so your card has an injury on the back of the card. All right, so he has an injury on the back. This guy's got, they've all got bad edges, but that guy's got clear print lines. He's out. All right, last one. I think we've graded one of these before, I feel. This one's kind of like a chrome card. Reminds me of old card offs. They have wispy edges right out the pack. They'll hit 6 for the dent. They could. He's got a dot by his head, but that might not cause it to turn into a 10. But this will. He has a streak running right across his belly, so that's it for him. He's out. So he could be worse than a 9 for that. And he's got one running right here too. We're gonna say 8 on this one, so you don't get any bright ideas. That one's in bad shape, so he's at least below a 10, below a 9. It's time for the 2 promo cards to be pre-graded as well. All right, do you want me to remove them from their packaging? All right. Now, one thing about these cards is those were kind of loose in the envelope. You don't want that, okay? So in the future, you don't want that. You have to believe that the mailman's going to mistreat it, because he will. All right, so here they are. He says, yes, remove them. Okay. So these are Fortnite promos. They're also square cut. Those are cellophane wrappers. You can actually grade the card in the cellophane wrapper, and it would be graded like a booster pack gets graded. Oh, shiny on the other side. Oh, man. So this could be expensive. Yeah, so a tip for next time, if you want to protect these, take 2 top loaders, one on the front, one on the back, and then put it into like a sleeve or something, you know, if you're scared to top load it. But you want to have some protection for these too, because the mailman will crush your package. He just does not give a crap. You know, they move like 1 million packages a day. They got no clue what's inside of there. So these look like they could be pretty expensive even. Let's find out what's going on with these. She's got a warped corner. She has a print line up on the upper edge. She got a major print line right in the middle. Right there, see that? It's a major print line. Okay. All right, back of the card's okay, but it doesn't really matter. We're not looking as hard after we saw that big. I would give this probably an 8. Multiple print lines in a bad corner. And then here's this guy. I have no clue what this is. Okay, you have a surface flaw. It's not a print line, but it's a bubble. Let's turn it sideways here. Well, this guy's in better shape than she is. Check the back of the card now. I wouldn't send this one to tag grading. Send this to PSA. This one is closer to having a shot at a 10. There are some minor flaws with it. Like up by his shoulder right there, that bump. I don't like that bump. There's actually 2 of them. And once again, the edges are kind of wonky. So like this edge right here has almost like a bump on it. That right there under Panini. But I don't know, maybe PSA just counts that as part of the card. So I would give this one probably, God, dude, it's tough. 9.5. I would say 9.5 on this one. Part of it comes down to, like, how does PSA grade these? Like, what do they consider good or bad? Okay, there you go. So that's a complete look at those cards. All the edges on the Fortnite cards are trash. Wow, that one is nice. The edges worry me for sure. Just have me roll the edge out. Card repaired. All right, what time is this? 12:51. There we go. Pat Gibbs. So 8, 9, 9 minus, 9.5, 10 minus, 8, 9, 8, 9.5. So these are the ones that are sort of in a better condition right here. And you never know what they're going to do with that edge, though. And then this one's a 9, this is a 9 minus this 9. So you could really grade these 5 right here. Maybe don't bother with these unless their value is high. They have it. That's Patrick Gibbs. Write your name down as PB here. Oh, PG. Okay. Someone should buy out the left trade spots. That. Okay. And, well, you know, we have this break running right here, too. That's a nice Zapdos. If you're looking to spend a little money and walk away with the series card, that Zapdos is a series card. Okay, that's Pat Gibbs. Notably, Pat, that was very time-consuming. Pre-grades are time-consuming. We are sure that they are time-consuming. Okay. Cashflow said 10 electric breaker packs with store credit. Mr. Cashflow, are you still here? 10 electric breaker packs. Is that right? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Mr. Cashflow, is he still here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Mr. Cashflow. Done. 161 minutes in. Okay, so let's snip this. Let's go ahead and open this up for him. He's not here. We're going to go ahead and open it anyways. Just a little round of Japanese cards. Okay. If you pull the rarest card in all those packs, I will donate $5,000. Whoa. All right, here's Shellos, Gastrodos, or whatever they're called. Here's Skelly Dirge, Caphagrigus, Antler. His is an ant, get it? We've got Vivillon. Ooh, Vivillon. There it goes. He says, yeah, I'm here. Nice. I can just throw that card away now. Some Codolins. We got the Shen Pao. And there we have it. All right. Cool. I want to purchase a Pokemon card that's been graded at a good price. Says Mr. Love Oi Tuber. Is that supposed to be Love Oyster? Tossing that over there. Yes, we have a lot of slabs that come and go constantly. We also have a lot posted in our Discord server. So if you head over there, go check out this channel called that's my eBay. Go check out, there it is. So here is you can scan this and it'll take you into our Discord server where we have a channel where you can shop for slabs, okay? While we price them up, we take pictures of them. So every time they get priced, and they get freshly priced all the time, they get a picture and then we know, you know, here's what's available. Okay, I'm here. You are? All right. He's got the Vivillon. Thank you, Mr. Cashflow. Appreciate it. 1.26. Okay. I don't know why they add that on the back. Add what? Okay. Whew. This has been a very busy morning stream. I think I better stop and take a break before tonight, okay? The dinner time stream, right? So that's going to start in just a couple hours, really. So I need to have a chance to go stretch, rest my back, have a little lunch, and just be refreshed. We've been live for what? Almost 3 hours for the morning time stream. And tonight's stream will be about 3 hours long as well. More likes than viewers. Nice. Yeah, we had a lot of viewers. So let's see. We took care of Jaded, right? Jaded says, trade break. Would my Bulbasaur slab get me in? If so, take it. I will work on that with you tonight for the trade break, okay? I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here. When the dinner time, we'll call it the dinner time stream or the afternoon stream. When the afternoon stream begins, we're going to have a big Weiss Schwarz order coming for you guys. 8 boxes of Nikkei first edition, and then whatever else you guys want to do. We got a lot to do, actually. $100 in 1 hour of door dashing already. Damn, dude, that's really good. All right, you better off waiting some time so the value can go up. Yeah, great job on the likes, guys. 79 likes is actually really impressive. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you tonight. And if you had fun, smash the subscribe button. I'll see you there, okay? Run the trade real quick, says Gabriel. Oh, hold on. Is he saying he bought all the spots in the trade? Oh, that's an older message. God, I got to stop reading my phone screen. My phone screen has the messages as well, but they're all really old. All right, see you tonight, guys.